Is Mini considering Canoo as Urbanaut MPV maker and platform donor? There's a lot going on in the electronic vehicle world. There are already major players like Tesla and Volkswagen working in the sector, but that does not mean that other players can't enter the market. The newest name in the market is Mini. As the name suggests, it makes miniature electric vehicles. So what is this new company owned by the giant BMW? And how effective is it going to be? Well, let's try to find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to Tech Zen. Today, we are talking about how Mini is developing a production version of the Vision Urbanaut electric MPV concept, and it is reportedly working on ways to make the project happen. Are you ready to know? So without delaying any further, let's get started. But before that, please hit the bell icon so you don't miss out any new updates from our channel. It's curious that it's taken BMW's Mini brand an eternity to bring us an all-electric version of its iconic little hatch model. The Bavarians have, after all, been experimenting with battery-powered versions of this model for years. Mini E prototypes were first introduced as far back as 2008. Following that, it had always been assumed that BMW's first battery-powered car would wear Mini badging, but as time drifted on, nothing happened, and of course it had been the BMW i3, launched in 2016, that reached the EV market first. The BMW Group-owned brand encompasses a lot on its plate when it involves electrification, having already confirmed 3 EVs that will launch within the 2023 to 2024 interval. Those are the next-generation Countryman subcompact SUV, arriving in 2023, also available with combustion engines, the Cooper SE successor, expected in early 2024, and a little crossover previewed by the concept Aceman that's coming in mid-2024. With these upcoming EVs and its existing internal combustion engine models, Mini doesn't quite have the production capacity to spare. As a result, the brand is alleged to be trying to find a production site for the Urbanaut-inspired production model, in line with a report from Germany's Automobile Wösch picked up by Elective. Another thing that stands in the way of the Vision Urbanaut becoming a reality is the incontrovertible fact that the BMW Group doesn't really have the correct platform for an electrical minivan. It could adapt an existing one, but not without enormous additional cost and compromises. This is where the US EV startup Canoo comes into the equation, because the Arkansas-based company has both the skateboard electric platform designed for vans and minivans needed by Mini and available production capacity. Without naming sources, it has been noted that there have already been contacts between Canoo and the BMW Group in the past, when former BMW manager Ulrich Kranz was the CEO of the EV startup. However, after Kranz's departure to Apple, and also the change of brand name management at Mini this spring, the project has stalled. The report adds that if the numbers are right, the operating systems are compatible, and therefore the quality doesn't cause any problems. The primary American-made Mini could have an opportunity to be green-lighted by BMW. Plus, being made within the US implies that Mini could also offer a cargo variant of the Urbanaut that will avoid the chicken tax. Canoo's lifestyle vehicle would make a correct platform and technology donor for Mini's electric minivan, while it's some 200 millimeters longer than the Vision Urbana, or 7.9 inches. This might actually be for the hire, allowing Mini to avoid a size overlap between the MPV and therefore the upcoming Countryman. Needless to mention, if this rumor gets confirmed, such a deal is going to be a win-win for both parties. With a contract manufacturing deal from Mini within the pocket, additionally to the recent order from Walmart, Canoo would have far better chances for survival. When Mini first showcased the Vision Urbanaut concept, it wasn't actually a true vehicle. It absolutely was just a series of renderings depicting a 3D model of the Urbanaut against various backgrounds, also as a full-size mock-up, but now the BMW-owned automaker has turned it into an actual vehicle. Why is that the Urbanaut important for Mini? Well, because it's the company's vision of what a near-future electric people carrier, which will also drive itself, will appear. It aims to be the proverbial lounge room on wheels, which, if you try the new batch of photos depicting the particular physical vehicle, seems to be quite successful in this respect. His concept is lifestyle written everywhere on it, from the windscreen that releases when the vehicle is stationary to the retractable wheel and swiveling driver's seat, which will be turned to face the sofa-like rear seating arrangement. It also features a big panoramic glass roof and a minimalist exterior design whose most striking feature should be the illuminated wheels. Mini points out that the Urbanaut's interior is all about being renewable and using recycled materials. There are not any animal-derived products anywhere in its cabin. It also uses cork, an unusual material that you just may find also within the Mazda MX-30 only during this instance. It's the wheel that's completely made out of this material. Don't expect to determine the Urbanaut reach production, though. This study is only a design exercise showing what Mini's designers are brooding about once they integrate new concepts, primarily self-driving related, into one of every one of their vehicles. In other words, we won't be seeing this minivan on the road, but some ideas it's presented are incorporated into future Mini vehicles. Who want a cork handwheel or headlining with inbuilt LED mood lights during a production car? Tell us in the comments section. We all know that automakers are scrambling nowadays to not only churn out more and more electric and electrified vehicles, but they're also staring at ways to prevent making fuel-burning vehicles as soon as possible. Mini looks like it's one of the foremost ambitions in this regard, with the BMW-owned brand announcing its goal to launch its last ever internal combustion engine vehicle in 2025, and to not have from now on any of them purchasable by the first of the 2030s. The news was broken by Oliver Zips, the BMW chairman, who mentioned it during the BMW annual conference in 2021, mainly focused on the reveal of the assembly spec BMW i4 electric sedan. If Mini does stay faithful to the claims, it will rid itself of ICE quicker than its parent brand BMW, and it wants full EVs to account for half of its annual sales by the year 2027. Right now, Mini only has one pure EV in its roster, the Cooper SE 2-door, which is able to eventually be joined by a 4-door hatch variant. However, Mini plans to launch more EVs after 2023, when it expects to finish work on a brand new car platform, which it's jointly developing with China's Chinese Wall Motors. The first model to be underpinned by this new platform is believed to be the next-gen Mini Countryman, which can be sold both with internal combustion engine power and still as a fully electric powertrain. BMW says this new Countryman crossover will debut in 2023, and it'll be assembled at BMW's plant in Leipzig. Electric Minis also will be built in China starting that identical year through a collaboration with Great Wall. The Mini brand has had a challenging year within the U.S. because its sales decreased by 22.4% year over year, from 36,272 down to 28,138. However, the longer term may be pretty good, as electrification seems to suit the brand's image and therefore the way how customers use such cars. According to a brand new Automotive News interview with Mini of Solid Ground Vice Chairman Mike Payton, initially dealers were cautious about the Mini Cooper SE and its limited range of just 110 miles or 177 kilometers EPA. The limited practice range has not been an element because most drivers are averaging around 40 miles a day. As an entry-level price of $29,900, the electrical Mini proved to be quite attractive, mainly due to the $7,500 federal reduction, which brings the effective price down to $23,250. Demand proved to be much over anticipated by dealers, and after selling roughly 1,200, which happens to be 4% of the overall volume, it would be more next year. Hey, that's going to do it for today, guys. We sincerely hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please click on that like button and make sure you share it with all your friends and family. If you have any questions or comments for us, you can always share them with us in the comment space down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll see even more of our incredible videos. And you can check out other videos that have been specially selected just for you. Hey, we'll catch up with you in our next video. Thanks for watching, and have